What's up YouTube? Tenchi Arizonia, the angry Dracolope of the Dracolope crew here, and today's video relates to this. My Bark River Woodland Special. But it doesn't directly relate to this knife. It relates more to the steel that this knife is made out of. So let me do another flyby for you. Beautiful blade. So, how does it relate to this blade? Well, let me just throw an image up for you that I saw on a Bark River review. In fact, it is a review. I was looking at Heine Haynes prior to me purchasing this blade, and I came across a review on the Bark River bush sacks with black canvas micarta handles. Here's the review. I'll leave it up for you to read. It might cover my face, I do not know. Okay, you all done reading it? Okay, so I only need to address 2 points in that review. Rusting and tarnishing. Well, tarnishing. Let's start with that, shall we? Tarnishing, as the reviewer put it, or as I would put it, developing a patina is actually a beneficial form of oxidization of the steel. The patina is a beneficial form of oxidization, whereas rust is a detrimental form of oxidization. Rust eats the steel. Patina protects the steel. Quite a distinction, isn't it? But some people do not like having a patina on their blade. They think of it as a tarnish. Fucking idiots. Okay, so we've got that little bit of information out of the way. And yes, I was a little bit toxic when I refer to people who do not like the patina on a blade as fucking idiots. But that's my opinion. The patina is only ever going to be beneficial. But if you're one of those people that do not like a patina on your blade, might I suggest something to you? Something rather easy that you can do to keep your blade looking factory fresh? All you need to do is give it a coat of oil, such as 3-in-1 oil, which is made by WD-40. We all know WD-40, Water Displacement 40. So I'm not going to count that because I'm using 3-in-1 oil in this case. We also know about extra virgin olive oil. And personally, I've used both extra virgin olive oil and 3-in-1 oil on my blades. You can also use coconut oil, or you can use tallow. Tallow, for those of you that don't know, is a form of fat that was used in the past to make candles. It also acts as a very good rust inhibitor for blades that you are going to use on food, because tallow is rendered animal fat, beef, pork or lamb. They all have tallow. So keep your blades oiled and you won't have any unsightly patina. Although personally I like patina. It gives a blade character. Now, if you want a patina but don't want to wait on it, there are several methods for forcing a patina. My favourite method, if you just want an overall patina, no patining or anything, is to use hot vinegar. What you do is you put some vinegar on the stove in a pan until it is close to boiling, and then you'll dip your blade into the vinegar for around 30 minutes and allow the vinegar to cool. Then rinse the blade off with warm water. That will give you a uniform patina about 3 or 4 times repeating that, and you will have a nice dark patina on the blade. And it will not rust very easily from that point on. In fact, even if you are living in a humid area such as I am, you'll probably only have to oil it once a month, if that. So, that's the most basic way of doing a patina, with hot vinegar. You can also use mustard. Now, a mustard patina is typically used when you want to apply a pattern to the blade. Although you can still do that with a vinegar patina, you would just get some cheap nail polish and draw your pattern onto the blade before applying the patina. So, on to rusting. The likelihood is, if your blade is rusting, you haven't oiled it at all. You haven't looked after it at all. Because A2 does not rust easily. I've only given this a once over with oil, and it hasn't rusted. I've only oiled it once, and that was when it came in. It's been in the box now a month, because I really haven't thought of much to use it on as yet, though do expect a first impressions video on it soon. But yeah, it hasn't rusted because I oiled the blade before I put it away. Now, this brings me on to another point. That's the first 2 points I covered: tarnishing, i.e. patina, and I briefly covered rust, because the solution to both, the prevention for both is the same: oil your blade. Now, the guy who done the review claims that it rusts in the slightest presence of moisture. If that was true, you would not be able to pick the knife up without it starting to rust. People have a large majority of their bodies are water. And I shouldn't need to state that, but we are mostly water. So if it rusted in the slightest presence of moisture, we wouldn't be able to pick it up. And I've already debunked his rust in the slightest presence of moisture, because, as I said, I live in an area where it's relatively high humidity. This brings me on to another point he made. He claimed in that review, as you saw, to be a master butcher and a former gamekeeper. His exact wording, ex-gamekeeper. Well, someone who's been in both of those trades would obviously know how to look after a blade. Especially a butcher, because a butcher uses a blade daily for 8 hours a day, sometimes more than that. So he should know how to look after his blades. A gamekeeper works outside all the time. They know how to look after blades. I've had friends in the past who were gamekeepers. So, in my opinion, he's either totally bullshitting about his professions, or he is just someone who is negligent when it comes to blade maintenance. But I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Again, this video ties into the Bark River because that negative review was on another model of Bark River. Not this model, but the very same steel, which is A2 tool steel. And there is a glamour flyby of the knife once more. It is indeed a beautiful blade, isn't it? Well, that's all for that topic, because I don't want to ramble on any more about it. I think I've pretty much covered my points. But for those of you who would like to support my channel, I do have some channel stickers left, 145 currently, at $1.50 a piece. If you would like to buy yourself some, you will find a paypal.me link in the description below, as well as in my channel banner on YouTube. And if you would like to see content that doesn't get put on my YouTube, and some sneak peeks for stuff that will come out on YouTube, check out my Instagram. Again, you'll find a link to that in the description below and in my YouTube channel banner. Anyway, that's all for now. If you like it, please subscribe, comment and share. And remember, be good to each other.